This week we have plenty of general TCG news, and I'm gonna kind of skip the Kickstarter stuff for this week. Probably catch up in a couple of weeks, but let's get into it. Right, so starting off, we have the $300,000 worth of Magic cards that were stolen from Gen Con. They've actually been recovered. According to WTHR News in Indianapolis, the Indy Metro Police has released a statement saying that they're no longer looking for the two persons of interest, Thomas Dunbar and Andrew Pearson. They were the co-creators of their game, Castle Assault. It's on BGG.com. And they've been in contact with their attorneys, and the Marion County Prosecutor's Office is expected to file charges soon. As soon as I hear something, I'll surely let you know. Alright, going into Flesh and Blood. We've got more details on that Professor Tolarian Community College round the table multiplayer set to come out. It's got 4 precons, 4 blitz decks in it, and then it's for the ultimate pit fight format, which is a multiplayer, not co-op. I don't think it's co-op. Could be co-op for all I know, but I think it's competitive. But it features the first Bard character, which will actually, it uses music, and she swings in for one big blow. And then there's a Guardian. Unlike Kano, this Guardian will actually guard for other players. So maybe it is a co-op, this Ultimate Pit Fight. But I thought it was competitive. But I know there's PvE on the way though, but not to be seen in 2024, I don't believe. But yeah, and then it actually gives Ira the demo deck. They actually do like a whole blitz deck of Ira, and has a Professor deck. The Professor is actually a hero in the game, and I believe it's gonna cost about $70 from what I recall, but it's gonna hit the stores on September 29th, so be on the lookout for that. Now moving along, we've got, so Blitz has side decks now, so that news kind of escaped me, but the 40 card format of Flesh and Blood, not the classic constructed, but the 40 card Blitz format, now allows for sideboarding. Now, how big is the sideboard? Is it 15 cards or no? Raising the deck limit from 40 with 11 more equipment slots to 52 with equipment now counted as part of that. So I guess maybe 12 card sideboard maybe. Yeah, but sideboarding now. So claim 7 of the 12 sideboard slots. So yeah, looks like 52 cards total you can bring, with 12 being sideboard. All right, and then LSS crowns the new Flesh and Blood U.S. champion, and Briar Warden of Thorns took it down with 1,000 people in attendance, and the event featured a 70,000 plus prize pool, with the first place getting a $10,000 prize and a gold foil legendary black envelope. And pro invite. There were 3,000 event entries between the 1,000 people. Good stuff. Alright, and then on to the Bazaar. Raynad's the Bazaar. They dropped a message recently talking about 2024 is now when the Bazaar will be released. Raynad, famous Hearthstone Twitcher guy, tuber. This is his game, and only the finest wares were sold in the Bazaar, which is why we're working hard as a studio to make sure our game is the best it can be. To ensure we release the best game possible, we've made the hard choice to delay releasing the Bazaar until 2024. Thank you for your passionate support throughout our journey. We can't wait to welcome you to the Bazaar, Tempo team. So yeah, as you can see, they haven't really released a formal statement since December 9th, 2022. So good to know the process is coming along. All right, and my boy RTFCR can tell you a little bit better about the Bazaar. So let's hear him out for a second.
In an async auto battler, the shopping phase and the battling phase, kind of like most auto battlers. In the shopping phase, you upgrade your team, board, hero, whatever it is you're playing as. When you're done, you click a button to go into the next battle, and the game will either find you a live opponent for you to face who has the rough same power level as you, or it finds a ghost for you to fight with the same rough power level. A ghost is simply a recording of a player who has previously played. So maybe I played the game yesterday and had 3 basic items for my first fight, and today you go into your first battle, and the game picks my ghost to battle you. These 2 phases repeat until you either reach a target number of wins or losses, ending your run with a win or loss depending on what you hit first. The thing that makes this asynchronous is that at any point, usually during the shopping phase, you can turn the game off and return to it later and pick up your run from where you were, which is completely unlike traditional auto battlers where you're locked into a lobby usually with 8 people until the bitter end. So those are the basic principles behind the async auto battler that was first designed for the Bazaar, but there is a reason the Bazaar isn't out yet. It is perhaps the most
So that's it. It's an asynchronous auto battler, which is pretty new, and then they came out with the news of what that type of game is, and then people bit it up. So right now it kind of fell back from releasing more updates. So we got an update now, so good stuff. All right, and Grand Archive, they released their second set on August 25th, and they say the first goal with designing Fractured Crown was to include a sufficient number of generic interaction cards for promoting interactive decision making and strategic plays. Losing to a deck and pulling up the Grand Archive index to search a card that could aid your deck in that particular matchup, and not finding any is disheartening for constructed formats and competitive players. Yeah, so the meta is all Fire Lorraine. It was, at least I believe, but they're letting the mid range, I think, be pretty good now. So, and yeah, so Fractured Crown will be available through hobby distribution at your local game stores. A booster box display contains 20 packs and will add a plethora of new gameplay options building on Dawn of Ashes. And this is not a full set. This is a kind of like mini set, but will add a bit of variety to the game. All right, then we also got in some MetaZoo news. See what's up with MetaZoo.
Instantly decline, 10,000, instantly decline. I think somewhere over 10,000. I ended up
Nick Strength in Pokemon
beating whatever the max offer was, and then I think even at one.
Nick Strength in Pokemon bought a Mothman 1 of 1 by Topps Chrome. Let's check him out.
There was one more bid that I got outbid after I had passed what that max offer was, and then I bid 11.5 as my max, and ended up winning at the auction for $11,100. So we've been waiting to see what this card would sell for, and I wanted to participate in the MetaZoo history here because I've been so fascinated in this card. I've talked about it. So I did so many live streams opening Topps Chrome trying to pull this card, and I probably spent more than $11,000 on boxes and blasters trying to pull it. But I'm happy to have it, and I think this is the fair market value of the card. I was surprised to see it going for as high as it was. I did think that it would be somewhere around $5,000, and I had made an offer previously for $10,000 that got rejected earlier on in the listing. And I think that this is what the card is worth. I'm not like super rich by any stretch of the imagination. This was still a big purchase.
Yeah, so Topps Chrome MetaZoo selling for big money. Nick Strength in Pokemon. There's been a lot of bad sentiments with MetaZoo lately, but like, you know, big Topps Chrome selling for 11k with 1 of 1. That's pretty big money. Big moves. Alright, but unfortunately, the Kickstarter boxes of Cryptid Nation, the first set of MetaZoo, have sold for under $2,000 recently. So, but coming in average like $2,500 for a box of Kickstarter, whereas before they were selling for $5,000, was it? $8,000, something like that. But maybe they'll rebound though. Maybe that cartoon video game will bring them back to prominence, but that's yet to be seen for sure though. Alright, in Dream Book of the same kind of vein, they're actually releasing a new set in on September 5th, 2023. So like a lot of games have come and gone since Dream Book has started and come out, and they're still dropping, so that is commendable. 4,000 followers on Instagram, so that is the business. Crystal Lens. All right, and we're gonna kick it to my man's Omega Investments. Let's see what he has to say.
Late August 2023, Panini loses the NFLPA license. What is NFL 5 card game gonna do? What are they gonna do? What happens now? Are you gonna get your football cards this year? Nobody knows. It looks like they're releasing the rest of releases. Nobody even knows about this NFL card game, which is pretty cool. Here's some of the cracked ice. You can get these pretty cheap. Nobody's really playing it. Not the best designed game, but it's something kind of fun. What's gonna be happening to Panini? You know they want to get sold to Fanatics, or Fanatics trying to take over. It looks kind of shady what they did with the PA license, you know, but we'll see what happens. It looks like they're releasing the cards that they have on the line ready to go. They had the license till 2026. Does anybody know what's going on out there? They say some shady, business with Panini. They weren't reporting proper numbers, things like that. But hope you got your football cards. I got mine. Panini loses the NFLPA license.
Crazy stuff. All right, let's kind of read the article a little more. But the NFL Players Association has terminated their contract with Panini. The news was revealed in a letter sent to the player agents on Monday, first tweeted out by the Action Network's Darren Rovell. And Fanatics will effectively be able to produce NFL cards 3 years early. And they were going to have to wait 3 years, but Panini has lost it. So they're going to get it now. College football will also likely be affected by the NFL Players Association news. Panini's still selling NFL products, but they might be in breach of contract. I don't know. We're soon to see. But yeah, that NFL 5 game, I was supposed to have been open that, but I hear the game is pretty good. I think Main Deck, they say it's pretty good, but I haven't played it, but need to get to that. But yeah, NFL 5, that game, I guess no more NFL 5 unless they sell it to another company or something. But I'll keep you updated as soon as I hear something. Alright, also, Leaf trading cards. Does Leaf trading card come out with games? Let's see.
Late August 2023, Brian Gray is out of Leaf. The man, the myth, the legend, the founder of Leaf is gone. Who is going to track down my Charo autographs for me? What is going to happen? Seems like he's in good spirits, and he says he's going to be moving on to bigger, better things. We've got speculation of what is going on. But Brian Gray, the man, is out of Leaf trading cards. He is the man behind Leaf trading cards. Like, you think of Leaf, you think of Brian Gray. What is he going to be doing next? Who knows? Somebody let me know. I'm actually very anxious about the news of what's happening. But what is going to happen to Leaf? Literally, who is going to track down our Pop Century autographs? Who's going to go to the nightclubs and party with the rappers and get their autographs? Who is going to get my Charo autograph? Brian Gray is out of Leaf. This is major news. What is going to be happening? Let's find out. Late August 2020.
I'd sure be happy to get all those autographs, but alas, what do you do? Alright, so yeah, does Leaf come out with games? Somebody please let me know in the comments, but Brian Leaf is leaving the company. Brian Gray is leaving the company. Alright, on to more TCG news. We got, and thanks Omega Investments for that good old news. Sure appreciate you for everything you do. And Force of Will, they're coming out with the new set, the last 6th and final of the Hero Cluster, Judgment of the Rogue Planet, coming out November 17th. The new set will include 50 normal cards, 5 Magic Stones, 30 rare, 8 rulers / Jet rulers, 15 super rare, and 5 Marvel rare, 1 extension rare, and 6 secret cards, 15 token cards, and 20 reprint special Magic Stones. Be sold in 10 card packs, available in 36 pack boxes. Force of Will, still hanging on for dear life. Nah, they might be thriving, I don't know. Alright, and Lion Wing Publishing, they're now getting diamond distribution. That is good, man. They make some good games. They have Gun and Gun, love that game, and they also have the Embryo Machine, good stuff too. Make stuff. Look forward to seeing how they flourish with bigger distribution. And Lorcana has announced the reprint of the first chapter, the first booster box set, and that will of course invariably make the card prices go down. They said they're going to print it to oblivion. Everybody's still going crazy for it right now, but the value will go down though. But how much? Probably not too much, because I mean it's still Disney going crazy. Alright, and then we have Unrest, a Pandasaurus 2-player dueling game. You know I'm all about those. It'll be 10 to 20 minutes, $15 a base game looks like, but let's check that out for a minute. Your boy Professor Board Game. Looks to be
it's an asymmetrical 2-player card game. So it's the classic rebellion versus the empire. The rebellion trying to overthrow the empire, but the empire is trying to exhaust the rebellion's resources. As the rebellion, what you're trying to do is liberate these city districts that are right here. And you are going to do that by playing cards to them and completing these different missions. Now, these missions are basically the certain things that a district has to meet in order for it to be considered to be liberated. For example, this one here states that the total value of all combined suits is 21 or more. So as soon as a city district has a value of 21 or more, it would be considered liberated, and then you proceed with the game. So the way that a turn order works is that the rebellion is going to place this area of interest token out, and this states that I intend to play cards to these 2 city districts here. Afterwards, I'm going to, from my hand, play 2 cards face down and 1 card face up. Afterwards, the Empire is going to get a chance to use 2 of their 4 power tokens here. And these do different things that basically allow them to look with or mess with my cards that I want to play, or block wherever I want to play them to. For example, the blockade makes it so that I cannot play any cards to this district here, and let's say the destroy makes it so that you can destroy any card that I have played. After the Empire has used 2 of the power tokens, then whatever is left over for the rebellion, I'm going to play to these 2 districts however I want to distribute them to. So for example, I could put this card here and these 2 cards here. Afterwards, if any of the districts have completed any of the missions here, then I would reveal all of them to in fact prove that it did meet the mission, liberate that city district, and then place everything off to the side and move everything in. So the game ends either once the rebellion liberates 3 city districts, in which case they win, or once the Empire exhausts the rebellion's deck before they're able to do so, which is about 8 to 9 turns. So it plays super quick.
Nice. Always a sucker for a good base game. Look forward to getting that at $15. You know I'll be first in line to get that. Alright, but anyway, moving along, we have Bandai unveils the next Digimon card game booster set. It'll drop in January 2024. The set includes 4 sovereigns as ace cards that can be used as key cards to build a deck around. And Honglongmon. Are they trying to be funny? Honglong. Penny from that show. Honglongmon is included in this set as a Digimon card for the first time. And Sayo and Ko from the Digimon story game also make their cardboard debut. There are 3 types of box toppers included in the displays, and EX05 will have an SEC type card that is exclusive to the English edition of the game. The rarity breakdown for the set is as follows: 26 commons, 20 uncommons, 18 rares, 8 super rares, and 2 secret rares. Alright, so small set, like a 60, 70 card set. That might be normal for all I really know. But yeah, more Digimon headed your way. And on to the Magic. Magic, the WPN play metrics for Magic the Gathering events are back on. They tried to come back in 2021, but you know, pandemic and stuff, they just suspended everything again. And 2024, they're going to try to bring it back, switching to Wizards Event Link app software, it looks like. And these days, retailers have been using Wizards Event Link and the MTG Companion app for a couple years, so I guess they'll be using that in tickets and such. Something to look for competitive play. Alright, and the Secret Lair drop, Fall Super Drop 2023, just released a couple days ago, or yesterday. And you can get the whole thing for $420, or you can get just the foils for $240, or the whole thing non-foil for $180, or you can get the Bugs, Bands, and Blockbusters bundle foil for $105, non-foil $80, And the Absolute Annihilation, that's 39 full. Let's check that out. Absolute Annihilation has one copy of Abrade, Oppression, Mass Hysteria, Terminate. Only thing I recall playing with was Abrade. Just the art. We don't want to see just the art. Some kind of samurai looking alien stuff. So yeah, so pretty much these are instants and enchantments in a red and black color motif. That's cool. I think we've got now on VHS. This is a VHS movie cover looking cards with rewind. 50-cent charge if this tape is not rewound. Pretty creative right there. That looks like a 4-drop, 2 blue right there. Counter target spell, untap up to 4 lands. Cool. Food chain. Each creature you command add X of the M word. Rampant growth. I'm sure that search your library for basic land. Oh yeah, that classic card. And that costs 1 and a force. And then the first sliver. Yeah, that last thing looked like slivers. But the first sliver, let's say 5 Urbergerg. 5 of everything. Well, I mean 1 of everything. And sliver spells you cast have Cascade. Wow. I rather like that one, but what I do like more is Magic the Baseballing. It's got Planeswalkers, but they're playing baseball. And they're flip cards, and on the back they have their Planeswalker stats. I'm going to actually go out the way and buy this one. $30. This looks like it might have some value to it. And it's got the aged look of old baseball cards. And it's got like water spots. I'm all about that. The Planeswalker stats look so cool. That is actually going to be the first secret layer I've probably bought in a year or so. Since the Street Fighter. Yeah, that looks cool. Alright, and then we have Keep Partying Hard, Shred Harder Than You Previously Thought Possible. Looks like Kaldheim rock poster art again. Can't complain about that. That's always been pretty cool. Doom of Fools, Good Bandit Warriors. Good Bandit Warrior. I can't read that. Godo Bandit Warlord, Jessica Thrice Reborn, Vile Smasher the Fierce, and Tevis Zat Doom of Fools. Looks like that may be a Planeswalker. That one's a legendary creature. So that's some kind of sorcery. And that is a partner creature. Wow. 4 different types. Alright, then we got featuring Gary Baseman. All lands. Man, what kind of art is that? Is that that kid story that the creatures up under the stairs? Hugely influential artist Gary Baseman has spent a career creating creepy, cute characters with his personal universe. Blurring the line between pop culture and fine art, his work explores deep feelings of love, longing, and loss through a lighthearted lens. I think that's the one creatures in the forest or something like that. But cool art though, like that. Moving along, bugging out, $30, non-foil. This is looking like that one game, like that Metal Apocalypse on, no, like the Demon Dog kind of art. Yeah, it looks like that Demon Dog show. Check out these bugs I found under a rotten log in a graveyard. I've never seen bugs like this before. They're awesome. I don't know which is my favorite. I really like the green and blue ones, but I also like the green and pink ones. My pockets are full of them. I also saw a hand coming out of the ground under the log. It didn't have much skin, but the fingers started moving. Cool, right? Art by Wooden Cyclops. What is that Demon Dog show? I forget. Pickles. Mr. Pickles, the Demon Dog. Looks like that kind of art. Alright, and then we got Artist Series, Kev Walker. make some good, not slivers, but the other kind of body hard, the Eldritch Horror guys. I forget what these guys are named, but yeah, I love the mouths on these creatures. The Eldrazi, yeah, is what I'm meaning to say. But yeah, Carnage Tyrant, 6-drop. The spell can't be countered. Trample Hexproof. I remember you. Alright, and then Cardfight Vanguard is coming out with a Halloween set in January 26, 2024. Sounds like they're a little bit late. Make it make sense. It doesn't make sense. And this is some kind of anime lyrical monasterio in their Halloween costumes. Make it make sense. It looks cool, whatever it is. Lyrical Booster 4. Alright, and we have UVS, the Universal Fighting System, or Universes. Games announced My Hero Academia CCG Jet Burn release date. That's coming in November 17th, 2023. It's going to be a 150 card set with 17 new characters to build decks around. And it will introduce Hawks and Hood to the game, as well as a new version of Endeavor. The sets boosters will also have limited edition Chrome rares that can be pulled from the packs. 24 pack booster boxes and 11 cards per pack, as well as 2 class decks, one for Ochako and Himiko Toga. Be on the lookout for that Jet Burn coming in November. And last but not least, Varia, card game that I have that I tried to play once. I just could not get down to how to do it, but it has a new 2-player, 2 classes coming to Varia. It has the Sunset Ninja and Sunrise Samurai classes. I'm assuming those are going to be full decks coming. And it looks like for about probably $17, I'm sure. They got the Season 1 and Season 2 currently out. And looks real fun once you actually get to learn how to really play it. But you can step forward or step back in the game, and you can put stuff on the timeline and take it out and try to beat somebody. And there's also like a D6 and a D10 that you roll, or D4 and a D10 that you roll. And there's 10 action points in the game, not with the normal kind of energy / power kind of resource system. Game looks great. But yeah, and since I'm not doing the Kickstarters, I'll be up out of here, but come back in 2 weeks. I'm sure I will hit you with the Kickstarters. But anyway, in 2 weeks, I'll be coming with the This Week in TCGs number 20. Holla at your boy, and